Casper, what are the main reasons for investors to stop investing? And do we agree with that?
We don't agree.
Okay.
And this is based on a big survey from the Dutch Financial Times from 1.5 months ago. And this is, we talked about 2 weeks ago about the investors, that they have on average greed and fear and some psychology items that we all have to deal with. And this is the next phase. And also we talk about it because it's Thursday afternoon. European markets are closed. They close really high again. Also, the prices of the US markets are high. So I think this is a moment where you again can reconsider your investments. And from next week on, we are going to talk about the quarterly figures based on certain sectors and based on certain individual stocks. But for now, the 10 most heard reasons why they stop, and we start with the
number 10. It's the advice of someone else to stop investing. Well, I think you mentioned it also a while ago, to listen to other people. I mean, that can never be a good advice. Of course, you can listen, but you need to decide yourself. We will mention the 9 other ones. Maybe you think there could be a good reason, but only to stop investing because someone said you should not be in the markets. What markets? I mean, no, it's a very invalid reason to stop investing, in my opinion.
Number 9, costs are too high. 6% of the people said this.
Responded that, yes.
If you compare investing on a stock market with, for example, buying a second house, if you are in a lucky position to have 200,000 euros and you build up a portfolio, then you pay a couple of €100 and to maintain it also something like that. If you buy a house, depending where you buy it, but if you buy, for example, in Spain a house, then you have to pay at least 10% extra cost, notary, lawyer, and tax, of course. So you already are losing 10%, and to maintain it, I don't want to talk about tax differences, but to maintain it, it also is quite costly. So I think if you compare that to investing on the stock market to investing in real estate, it's a really cheap way of investing. Of course, there are differences between banks and brokers, but the differences are small. And some brokers, they look like they're really, really cheap, and then they earn it more on the spread, and most investors don't see it. So I think it's not a good reason, because what will be your other investment related to costs? I think it's a good reason.
Number 8, the horizon stops. Well, I think that could be a little bit of a valid reason if, for example, you are first investing for your pension during a time, then maybe you have a certain amount of money you want to generate cash flow, and maybe you have an age, okay, now the joy of making more money is not in relation with the risk of losing. So, okay, there is a moment I can imagine that you step out of stocks, but still, you still will have your money. You must decide what you're going to do with it. If the interest rates are 0 like a while ago, you still need to decide what I'm going to do. So I think there's still some possibilities to put your money in short-term government bonds. And that's also investing, as you already know. So, but it's a good way to think about your horizon, the future, and what you're going to do with your money. But to close your account, to stop investing, that is not necessarily the best option, in my opinion.
Number 7, those people said, I've reached my goal, and 9% of the people said that. Now, if you reach your goal, you first must have a plan, where you write down your goals. Now, I am sure
you have some experience with this.
That less than 9% of all investors, unfortunately, have a plan. And we give courses, and then we build in a plan. And I'm almost positive, I'm almost sure that not 9% of the people have a plan. So if you don't have a plan, you can't reach your goal. So I don't believe this reason. If the reason is true, it's a good reason, but then still, what is your goal? If you were saving or investing for buying a boat, and then you buy the boat, you don't have any money, okay, sure, but I think there is something else going on.
The same with number 6, take profit, also 9%. Of course, taking profit is also part of investing. So very good that someone is thinking about it.
Yes.
To close a position with profit, but to close directly your account and all your investments because you think, okay, this is it. I think also that is not really an honest answer. Of course, good to stop, to close positions once in a while, even better with profits, but to stop investing, because also 55% of all the people who responded to this, they were not thinking to invest again. So it's quite definitely that they want to stop investing. Well, if that's only because of taking profit, I don't really believe that.
Number 5, and those people said, I'm not confident with my bank/broker. Now, yeah, then you choose another broker or another bank. Or
Exactly.
yeah. So I think it's also not a really good reason, and or those people don't have any trust in any bank or in any broker. But I think it's change broker. Go to Hugo Investing.
For example.
Yeah.
Number 4, it's a good one. I think they think that the markets are going down. Of course, investing could attract people to say, okay, I want to invest in this, so I open an account, and if I don't think anymore that it's going up, I stop. Okay, so very positive that someone has a vision on the markets first and a vision related to his positions. But again, I think first you need to know, do I maybe just want to reduce some exposure, to take some profit or even take some loss to have less exposure? Or do I need to hedge some of the risks so you still are confident, but you want to have a certain protection temporarily or for the long term with options? Or sell everything and go short. Also, that is investing. So your vision on the market, you are active in the market, you have your vision. I think that can never be the reason to stop investing in general. So very good that someone is thinking about the market and looking at his risks or her risks, but to stop, to close your account, I don't believe that.
No, and especially what I said in the beginning, the markets are really high, so yeah, okay, it can go the other way.
Yeah.
And number 3 with 16%, and that's those people said I generated losses, and I do understand it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think those people should have a look at themselves and think, okay, for example, if the stock market goes up in a year with 20% and you lose 20%, then I can understand it.
Mm-hmm.
But if the stock market goes down with 10%, markets go down with 10% and you lose 8 or 12%, yeah, that's all in the game of investing.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't agree, you don't accept the 12% loss when the market goes down with 10%, you should not be fully investing in shares, and you should partly go in bonds, what you just said, or use options or CFDs to lower the risk.
Yeah.
And it's also, I think, interesting that none of the people, or maybe that's also because it was not a possible answer, that said, okay, I can't invest, I can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
That I lost, but it's not, yeah, it's so.
I think that's a very important one, that people don't admit that they made a mistake.
But I do understand this one.
I think all the things we sooner or later we hear this from.
Yeah, and sorry, a lot of the people that were in this were interviewed, they stopped because they were crypto investors.
Yeah. And that might be number 2. The 20% said that the stress of investing, they wanted to get rid of it. Well, I think it's a very good reason to take out the stress of your investment. Investing should.
Yeah, why do you have stress?
Why do you have it? And are there ways? Maybe, okay, the financial market is not your thing, but then again, we spoke about bonds. To have a bond, yeah, you need to know how it works. It could be actually a complex product, no, a bond, but if you know it, that your money is, for example, with the Dutch government, I think that's a different position than a crypto or a forex position with a lot of leverage.
Yeah, and then also in the stock markets close again at 5:30, and the US markets at 10:30, and then the Asian markets start already early in the morning. But you have a period that the markets are not open, and with crypto, for example, they are 24/7. So that stress factor is more intense, because if you wake up in the night and you want to have a look how your crypto is doing, it's an extra stress factor.
Yeah, it might have been increased with the crypto. So there are some dangers always for having stress, but also if you know what's there and you are fair.
You should never have stress, and everybody has stress. So you have to focus on stress, why you do have stress, and we know there are so
Mitigate,
many,
to
so many
mitigate.
possibilities to mitigate your
Stop
stress level.
loss,
Yeah.
etc. So good, very
Not
understandable.
stop loss. number one with 25%, people said I needed the money for something else, and of course that's a good reason.
Yeah, you invest, you make money to live, no? So if you want to do something with the money,
Good reason.
but still, you take it out. But do you really close your account, never investing? It's a
Keep it
temporary
partly invest. Yeah,
position.
and I think there is one important reason that's not in this list, because all the people that were asked to fill it in, those people were alive.
Yes.
And that's a serious comment, because I think if you look at from the not from the investor side, we are investors, but looking from the broker or the bank side, we are also brokers. A lot of people, a lot of clients stop because they die, unfortunately. So that's a reason to stop. And in a lot of cases, it goes to the children or the grandchildren. But
for that person,
for that. But this was not a reason, because they couldn't fill it in, because we're still alive.
So actually, there were not really valid reasons, no. In this, I mean, there were
If
very
you need the money,
understandable. Yes,
yeah.
okay, understandable, but it's not like.
And
closing
unfortunately,
your
a lot of people said, I can't, I don't know how to do it. And we have online courses, and we help those people that say, I'm an investor already, but I'm not good enough, I can be better. Then of course you should
support.
train yourself.
Yeah. That's strange. It was not here in the list. Very interesting. Well, I think very understandable the answers, but I think it's more like not the reason for people to stop what they said. So okay, I had one time a loss. Now I think what you say, they don't look in the mirror. Possibly, okay, they need sometimes money, but I think it's not a good reason.
I hope that it's not a really heavy subject, but I hope you liked it and that you can take something out, because with this high, that's why we are also doing it with this high prices in the market. People are thinking again, should I stop, should I not stop there? Do I take the money out? We hope that this helps a little bit, and you can always do things partly, sell a little bit, buy a little bit of insurance.
Not just
sell
stop.
partly a call, It's not black and white. I think not a lot of things in life are black and white. It's also not with investing.
Thank you very much.
This was your time.